to get into this next match does not want to wait.
Yeah, doesn't want to wait, and has a pretty tough hill to climb here. Of course, Stalife now up 2 games versus EG.iNcontrol, as I've actually realized I've incorrectly marked my paper here. Put those 2 games under Stalife, and EG.iNcontrol must win this matchup. Shakur's Plateau is the map chosen by EG.iNcontrol, so this could be the end of the road for this EG player.
But note that Stalife is in the top left as the blue Terran, and the top right EG.iNcontrol is the red Terran, and in these positions it's kind of hard to do that push that Stalife has been relying on in the last 2 games. In fact, in any set of positions on this map, it's going to be tough for Stalife to do that push with the 4 barracks, largely because this entrance is so incredibly tiny. 2 force fields can shut the push down very, very rapidly. So EG.iNcontrol is going to be just fine with almost any fast expand build, and really I think Stalife should invest in something like a drop-focused play or a Banshee-focused play just in the opening stages.
Yeah, and I do like it when Protoss fast expand on this map. I think that just the layout of the natural and the choke, as you mentioned, just really kind of sets up a good opportunity, a safe opportunity even. And EG.iNcontrol is going to be scouting out. He's going to scout the cross position first and immediately know that his opponent is side to side, because you cannot spawn up and down, as we've talked about many times. The barracks is going down here for the Terran, and probe production continue to go out. There we have the gateway going down. We're on 12-13.
Does look like Stalife doing the same framework, but getting that barracks at 12, then following it up with the refinery on 13. EG.iNcontrol will be arriving shortly with his scouting probe, and let's see if the ops for the exact same gas steal again is working out for him pretty well against Sin, aka Gosu, in the previous match in the round of 16, but in this game it hasn't seemed to have been working as well, because Stalife seems to just not use that second gas much anyways.
Yeah, and that could be a good counter to your opponent taking the gas, whether that was his initial intention or not. We'll see if EG.iNcontrol will go for that gas steal as the first Marine is about ready to hit. And it looks like he wants to save that 75 minerals for everything he can. And I actually wonder, he did put this pylon at the back. He's got his Psycore going down as well. So maybe he just wanted to get that pylon up a little bit earlier and just didn't want to risk it.
Would not be surprised to see him do a 1-gate early expand on this map. It's so easy to defend. We do see a lot of energy being saved up, so that's making me question a little bit of what his intentions are. This initial probe is still hanging outside the front of Stalife's base, not doing too much. Does look like Stalife opting... Wow, Stalife doing a little bit of difference here, going for a very fast stim push, so a lot of... I'm mildly confused.
So that chrono boost, all that energy saving, number 1 goes on the warp gate research, number 2 goes on the stalker that's coming out. And I think this will be, that's really, really early stim. And that's what he's going to use his gas on right now. He is going to put a reactor down on the other barracks as he continues to push Marines out here, currently at 2. And are we going to see that fast expand here from EG.iNcontrol?
EG.iNcontrol doesn't have any guys in this geyser. He is instead going for a very fast 4 warp gate. Here's the probe gearing up to build the pylon, and this is the problem with trying to think ahead of your opponent. We've seen Stalife early expand identically 2 games in a row, and in this game, he's going for a much safer 2 barracks play, getting fast stim, getting marauders, getting a lot of Marines out. This is going to shut down this 4-gate push if Stalife plays it right. That said, a 4 warp gate push is still a strong opening, a lot of potential for EG.iNcontrol to control a little bit better and win.
Wow, as these 2 workers try to attack one another, it looks like this SCV will go down, but no, it will not, because here comes the rescue squad in 3 Marines and a Marauder, which has left his base pretty unprotected right now. This probe is going to move forward. He might get hit by that Marauder. No, actually passes through him. So here come a few more. Wow, he's going to try to hide back here and just throwing things off, trying to keep his opponent second guessing. Meanwhile, the warp gates are open. We have several stalkers moving out right now.
This is 5 Stalkers out very, very fast. We see no use of this geyser yet. InControl actually just sticking to about 20 probes right now, and it looks like they are now meeting up in the middle. There's the stim, but most of Stalife's forces are actually behind, and now they catch up to these Stalkers. Oh no, InControl cut away from his reinforcement paths. He does have more Stalkers being warped in, but Stalife is happy to have gotten some free Stalker kills at the front. It looks like he will have to be pulling back shortly. No concussive shell has been researched, but this is still kind of a funky situation for InControl.
Yeah, that was a risky warp in for InControl too. He decided to go ahead and warp back at his proxy pylon. He's continuing this warp in here, and we are going to have this group of units catch up. But meanwhile, he's able to get into the main base, and it's just causing all sorts of havoc here, taking out SCVs. It does look like he's going to delay that army coming in even more. So just kind of a delay tactic, as now the SCVs are chasing guys out. Knows that he needs to pull his units and will get taken out there, but did some damage in the meantime.
InControl, though, not making any workers at all, chrono boosting all of these gateways, trying to get as many forces together as he can, but he's low on gas, can't get as many Stalkers. And Stalife has a small number of Marines and Marauders, but they're all low on health, and look at him just get ripped apart by the small number of Zealots. It looks like still very low on the unit count for both players, but Stalife does have that command center done, so he just needs to defend.
Oh, nice surround on the Stalker. They are able to take it out, but taking a look at the workers, it is 22-20. So just as you said, even though he's done a lot of damage, another wave of Zealots is coming in. And this is where you got to be careful. InControl just cannot commit everything to this attack, but it might be his only choice right now. Going to try to get a Zealot out of there. He's getting slowed down by those concussive cells. It might...
Oh, there's the good game. InControl's all in. Did not work out, and InControl gets 3-0'd in the quarterfinal, which means that it will be a Terran versus Terran again for our newcomer Blur, and Stalife also a little bit of an unknown coming out of that bottom half of the bracket.
Yeah, and even though Stalife played really well versus InControl, there's a part of me that already has, has Blur kind of, maybe moving on. I just felt that he handled so well.
So amazingly, impressively well, yeah.
And I don't know, we could actually have some conflicting styles there, as Stalife seemed to go with almost an exclusive bio army.
Yeah.
And, Blur liked to mix it up a little bit. So InControl from Team EG is out of the tournament. That leaves just EG Machine left. And I won't lie, I am a little surprised. Jeff, on his exit, said, I apologize for the poor performance. He obviously knows that he didn't play as well as I think he could have in that last matchup, but any given Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, InControl in those first 2 games was going for the long-term oriented stuff, but had very, very fragile defenses set up. And I don't mean weak defenses, I mean fragile.
Yeah.
He had to keep those 2 Void Rays alive. That kept them alive again and again and again, and then just looked away for 1 second. Both of them got eliminated. Or when he was under that pressure from Stalife, just didn't chrono boost that range upgrade for the Colossus twice.
Yeah. Little mistakes can go a long way. In this case, unfortunately, it was the demise of EG.iNcontrol. That means that Stalife will move forward and face Blur. Let's check out the brackets now, as we can see what our first full semifinal matchup is going to be. Of course, that will be tomorrow. VT Blur taking on EG.iNcontrol. No, that's backwards.
It looks like someone was getting a little hopeful.
Yeah.
Creating those brackets.
Yeah.
Looks like the Team EG working on the control panel, having a prayer bracket up. But of course, in the bottom right is the important thing to note, because that is our last match of the day, Root Slush against LG Pain User. Now, Pain User is a player who I think is somewhat of an unsung hero. He doesn't get casted in a lot of the tournaments that he's in for really no reason that I understand, because he just rips through so many amazing players. I mean, just with this very, very unique style that's very defensive-oriented and comes out with a lot more variety in the mix than your average player.
He's also a great personality, and I know this might sound weird, but when talking to Pain User, it kind of seems like he just kind of plays with his gut. Even he says, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Like, I've got a good idea, my timing's this or that, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to do this. I feel like this would be appropriate to do that. And, unorthodox, yeah, maybe a little, but it actually seemed to pay off for him quite well. He plays he can play a good early game. He can play a very good late game, can handle multiple attacks at once. So I think for a Zerg like Slush, this is going to be a very, very interesting battle. So we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the last quarterfinal of the day as Slush takes on Pain User. It's going to be a good one. TVZ. I'm DJ Wheat.
And I'm Day9.
And don't go away. We'll be right back.